Hello all, welcome to yet another FFT Arena matchup here. This time we got Epic's team on top, known as Death Sentence. And on bottom we got one of Mudvayne's other teams, known as Ghit and Shiggles. I get the pun behind that one. For Epic we got Bessie the Samurai, Missy the Paladin, Messy the Samurai, and Sissy the Paladin. Basically a team that uses nothing but Death Sentence tactics. For the most part anyways. Mur Same Masamune for the haste. Dragon Spear for re-rage, which is pretty good. Teleport, so they can move around the map a little bit. And with 16 MA, they're going to get very, very accurate Secret Fists in. And they're going to hit, provided that the opponent does not have immunity to dead. I mean, Death Sentence is just like the setup. And then dead triggers. So we got two samurais to do the same thing. We got two paladins to do the same thing. They have Toxkill to back them up. Mimic Derivan, Blackmail, and no. Stall, Blackmail, and Death Sentence. There we go. And Nurse Transfusion and Re-Raise. Pretty much that's all there is to these two. Re-Raise is there for the auto life, obviously. Figure Guard is nice for against enemy Toxkillers. Aegis Shield, which is a good choice because Silence does prevent Toxkill. Wisdom Mantle is also good because you want to prevent Don't Act as well. Maintenance is good. It's a curious choice, but it's a good one. It ensures that the equipment will stay intact at all times. So that's what he's got going on here. Move MP up is there just for the simple re-raise triggering. And the samurais can also heal. These, yeah, they can heal each other. Very limited resurrection power though, but the thing is though, they have to keep relying on re-raise for them to keep getting right back up. We'll see how that fared against Mudvayne's new team. We got Rafflecopter the Archer, Lawler Skates the Paladin, Coca Lola the Squire, and Lolcano the Wizard. So what we got here is a interesting looking team. We have a defensive archer, PA save, so his attacks are gonna hit anyways. Well, hit hard. Arm aim, and I want to say head break. He's got fly, so that way this guy isn't totally limited in terms of mobility. And I believe he should also just have heal and wish, I want to say. Defense up is a good choice, considering you want this archer to at least live through a few physical hits. And he's also very fast too, 12 speeds, nothing to gawk off about it at all. We have a very tanky paladin with unyielding, very tanky. Move HP up, auto potion. This girl I believe also has, I do want to say nurse, transfusion. Let me double check. Yeah, nurse and transfusion, that's it. And blackmail, mimic Derivan. Bit of a status bot, but it does work. Again, unyielding's there for extremely tankiness. However, she isn't totally protected by status. I mean, she does have like Don't Act, Berserk, Poison, and Blind immunity. That's all good. But Death Sentence, this is Death Sentence that we're talking about here, and none of them have ways to get rid of it. They should have to let them expire and then bring right back up. This girl, I believe, also has Heal and Wish, Haste 2 and Slow 2 for Time Magic, 11 speeds, which you can get them off at a decently fast rate, and a Summon Magic Wizard with like Nether Bolt, Bolt 2, also has like Sylph, I want to say Cyclops, I think Cyclops, not certain, let me double check, Cyclops, yeah, Titan and Salamander for offense, very nice, 14 MA, which is pretty decent. Robe of Lords, which protects against silence, which is a must. 108 gems is just to boost all the elements that the wizard can do. Magic Tech Up, it can boost that as well. So how would this go? I think if Epic keeps landing the Death Sentence procs and can just stall them out, especially with the 40 Faith and the 40 Brave they got going on, I think he's going to win. We'll see though. We're going to be going to map 26, Weapon Storage of Yardo. Both teams do carry haste. But I think that Epic, it has a lot more durability on his side. The only thing that, like I said, does hold him back a bit is the somewhat limited resurrection power with only just revive. 50-50 shot, and the archer does land. The Wind Slash Bow, which I did forget to mention earlier, can proc Hurricane, and that can do extra damage. And that didn't proc there that time. But for Mudvayne in this particular map, this is a great starting point because the archer can just shoot from however far away he wants. Quick transfusion action, but it does work. And Death Sentence, which does miss. That's the only thing that Mudvayne has gonna have to rely on. Death Sentence missing. Samurais unfortunately don't active for Epic. Mimic Dervon misses. I believe both Paladins have finger guard, so the accuracy is going to be pretty low. Hits some slow to action, misses the Samurai. Oh, both Samurai have Reflect Ring too. Just realized that. One of the Paladins just went down. Death Sentence misses twice, so Epic's getting pretty unlucky here. Blackmail does miss. And here comes a revive, just in the nick of time. The other thing I noticed too is that the lack of compatibility. Death Sentence misses three times, Jesus. The lack of compatibility because everyone on Epic's team is Serpentarius. That doesn't exactly guarantee that they're gonna hit accurately. No Hurricane proc again. And a whack. Down she goes. And because of having just revive, that also does mean that that Paladin cannot get revived because she's an uneven tile. Arm aim has been seriously helping out, yeah, I was supposed to say, has been seriously been helping out Mudvayne here. Mimic Dervon puts one of the Samurais to sleep. Headbreak does land. Death Sentence misses there. Again, pretty unfortunate that the Toxico keep missing. Had they been hitting, then I think Epic would have been in a much more comfortable position. Blackmail does hit, canceling the spell, at least temporarily. Samurai does wake up. Quick Mirror Same. Yeah, one of the Paladins is going to be crystallizing very soon. And man, those Toxicos just keep missing. There's a Hurricane proc. There's a Crystal too, which the Wizard will pick up. Yeah, things are looking very, very bad for Epic right now. Just for the sheer fact that the Death Sentence just keep missing. It's certainly enough reason to give Mudvayne the advantage. Ooh, a double Nether Bolt. One of them did get blocked. That would have been amazing if there was a double hit. So yeah, Mudvayne certainly has round 1 in the bag. So we're just down to 1 samurai left. And she cannot possibly be able to take care of this by herself. There's just no way. Dragon Spirit hasn't even been going off too. So that's another bust. That samurai's also gonna get stuck and sandbag loop too. The other thing too is having 2 paladins and 2 samurais as well kind of lacks variety. I mean, you can still do the death sentence tactic, but it would have been nice if you had like a chemist with like a throwing knife, let's say, concentrate, wizard mantle. That way you have at least a way to, at least you have a different way to inflict death sentences aside from just talk skill and punch art. Mudvayne does take round 1 though. We're gonna be going to round 2. Okay, round 2 is about to begin right now as we are at map 48, the slums of Zargitas. Round 1 was kind of a bit of a disadvantage map for Epic, considering that the terrain was a bit uneven for him. This is somewhat more flat and certainly a lot more space. Well, a lot more room for Epic to tank a bit. Whereas the last one's a little bit more narrow. Death sentence does finally land. So see, slow 2 coming up from the from the archer. Slow 2 only hit 1 person. There's a quick Murasame. I think for Epic, the key for this team is just staying alive. The resurrection power, like I mentioned before, is very limited, and having don't act protection is also very vital as well. Oh, the 2 paladins are put to sleep despite finger guard, and that's gotta suck. Secret Fist misses. There's a healing staff whack. Yeah, I think that you probably could have opted for a crystal helm, because you would have had some don't act protection, Epic, in case you're wondering about this. I mean, yeah, there's still a head break, but at the very least, a head break would have had to hit first in order before you could just don't act somebody. Death sentence does nail there as well. There's a Stigma Magic. Epic is still in this thing though. The only problem, however, is the archer and the wizard are really laying in the hurt. No dragon spirit. He's gonna revive the samurai. Figure that she's probably more worth it. And blackmail misses there. There's a nurse, and just like round 1, one of the paladins is going to indeed crystallize. At least our magic evade is pretty high. There's a revive. Bow 2 does get blocked. Let's see. Death sentence. Misses there. Paladins don't have the most accurate MA. I mean, they're nice for tank support roles, yes, but unfortunately, those 55% death sentence procs is just simply not hitting. Like I said before, you could probably use a little bit more variety in terms of ways to inflict death sentence. Like I mentioned before, you can always do throwing knife chemist, so that way you can have some Phoenix down action. You can use Muramasa, the draw out Muramasa, even though it has a 20% chance, but you can still inflict some decent damage. Let's see, death sentence lands there finally. Wizard is running low on MP. And unless she does do Carbuncle, I don't think she's going to be able to get some of her MP back. Nether Bolt does not hit. Blackmail lands again. And Paladin's doing everything she can to block. There's another death sentence. The wizard is going to go for a Carbuncle finally. So I don't know here. There's a crystal. And Hurricane proc finally takes her down. Had she have survived that, maybe she would have been able to yeah, there's the sleep proc. Had she been able to survive that, she would have been able to snack that crystal no problem. But the speed advantage of Mudvayne's archer is really coming to fruition here. Not much is happening right now. The samurai is still asleep. I also think, Epic, that white magic is also very important because you should carry more than just death sentence tactics. You should be able to carry someone with stop and slow. I mean, you do have stall, but it just wasn't enough this time. At least not this particular bout. So, yeah, Mudvayne does win. GG.